Right, we're about to get underway for race 2. I intend to start on board with DDM Drifting. He finished third in the first race, so he's got two very, very quick drivers behind him and two drivers that he was battling with a lot in front of him. So I'm hoping this will be a good place to watch the start from. SLS Knockhill starting up in P6 for this one. Has got to have his eyes on a good result after a very disappointing first race. Very impressive through the first couple of laps, and then just unfortunately gets caught up in that incident. But starting P6 in this one should be a man to watch. But we're going to start watching my teammate instead, because it's my stream and I said so. So once the black screen's gone, here we are, away we go. Get rid of the map, not that one, and let's change to that one. There we go, riding on board with DDM Drifting. As we go down into turn 1, he's got his teammate DDM Drive up ahead of him, spreading out, fanning out, Leachy, oh! I thought that was about to be a very big accident. They're 3 wide, oh, he's tapped Rally Cap and Ryan Drifted have got together. They're still 3 wide up ahead. Drive has really benefited out of that, getting past Leachy and Rally Cap. And Leachy, I'm not really having the best start. He's lost quite a few positions now, as they all file, single file now, as we head down towards the second of the two right-handers, and we're fanning out again because we've got Mr. Fergs on our left-hand side with a great run. But Drifting trying to get past Roy as well, and that looks like it could be an accident. Please tell me those guys can get that stopped. Whew, that was close. That was very, very close. Well held by both of those guys, and Drifting, unaware of all of it, is now just going straight on the attack and getting past Rally Cap up into the very fast left-hand kink. And Rally Cap on the back foot now with Rye attacking him into the corkscrew as well. He's all across the grass through the kink. Oh, that's all very tight. That is all very, very tight. I don't know quite where to look. They're still too wide back there. Can I jump back a couple of cars, see what's going on with Rally Cap maybe? We've got two CCX guys, 10th and 11th, but I've jumped back too far. Were these two behind? Oh no, it was I don't know, I'm completely lost. We've still got Mr. Fergs started P2, finished P2. Is still currently 13th. Where's Supra gone? I didn't see him get past loads of people. Where is he? Have we lost? We've lost Supra. Oh my days! Supra has lagged out on the first lap by the looks of things. Yeah, Hydra is saying in the chat he got booted. Can you do a restart? That is. I think we're down to 15 now. Is someone else DNF'd? Oh wow, that is quite a bit of controversy. That's going round on lap times. Yeah, oh no, we're not down to 15. Oh, 15 laps I'm looking at. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Ferg going around the outside of, going full send around the outside of Leachy there as the rear of his car states. Sorry, I got been rather distracted there for a minute. I thought we was about to have a restart. Let's go jump back into where we started. And we got Drifting in P7. Look at that, it's Drive, Drifting and Rye. Where have we seen those three before? Oh, someone's off the track up ahead. Was that Grumps? It was... I don't know. And wow, I said Knockhill was going to be one of the favourites for this race. Starting P6, already up into P1, and we can see ahead from on board with Grumps just how much of a lead he's already got by the end of lap 2. So in all of the bits I was trying to watch, I thought I'd still manage to catch in with Knockhill slightly later, but apparently not. That is very unfortunate. But yeah, a great start from Knockhill then. 6th to 1st in definitely less than 2 laps. And what's going on there? Oh, that's not a good sign. Grumps is pulling off. Oh, what's going? Are we getting that restart? Yep, looks like we're getting a restart. Andy's now left. just 3 laps too late. Not to worry. It's not like I got my hopes up after an exciting start to the race or anything. Who's this? This guy's going to be devastated. Right, he's already made his pit stop. Does he know that he needs a restart? Well, yeah, he does. He's on the handbrake on turn 1. Come on, Ryan, leave the game. Here we go. We'll have another go at this in a minute. Oh. Bloody hell, I tell you what, these guys don't know that we're restarting, do they? Maybe they do. Who are we on board with now? Oh. Well, there we go. Oh, yeah, very unfortunate for Supra though. It's always disappointing when you get a restart, especially when you don't realise it for 3 laps. That was like, it's a fifth of the race we nearly did there. It was I was getting far too invested in what was going on. And the worst thing is, we're going to have to go through all that again. There's going to be new highs and new lows. And I'll tell you what, I might check in with Notkill a bit earlier to see if he gets into the lead so quickly again. The question is, do we start on board with Notkill, or do I just try and check in earlier? I feel like I might start on board with him. I'm not sure. Oh, Hydrogen in the stream chat, hey. Yeah, I noticed. I mean, I'm the only one, I'm literally watching the race, so it'd be a shame if I didn't notice, but yeah. Unfortunate timing, but at least we got there in the end. And who am I? There we go. Let's watch Notkill. See if we can get to the lead as quickly as he did on the previous attempt. Oh, that's better. I've actually got more of an obvious stream chat now. Right. If I do miss anything in the stream chat, I do apologise though, because where I sit directly in the middle of my room, I've got my TV sort of 45 degrees to my right, and my laptop with the stream chat sort of 45 degrees to my left, so I'm literally looking in almost opposite directions from where I am. Right, here we go then for the start of race 2 with a reverse grid, and that is a great launch from Notkill. He's got an overlap alongside PSUK Forza already. Let's jump on board with him, see how he gets on and get rid of that bloody map. And I don't want it on loop data, I want it on what I had before. See it on the time intervals. Oh, lots of little bit of contact as you might expect. Jello being shuffled down the order. We've got 2 green and red cars side by side with each other, and that's 2 places for Notkill already, slightly wide, just like Chungus up ahead. And we've got Third Eye down to 15th. Supra's still last at the moment. Fergs has moved up a place by those things, or apparently he hasn't, as it swaps back. But we're going to stay on board with Notkill this time. Is he going to send one up the inside on Chungus? No, but is Chungus going to run wide anyway? Is Notkill going to get a good run? They're going to be side by side up the hill. And I've mentioned it a couple of times already today. Don't really want to be side by side here, gents, but he's sending it anyway, making Chungus go around the outside. And that was very, very well done from both drivers there to keep it on the track. And oh, that's all very tight. And Chungus trying to go around the outside onto the way into the corkscrew. Didn't quite clear him there, Notkill, but that was a bit of a lucky break there. That could have been quite the accident. And now we've got a little bit of gap ahead of Notkill. We'll try and find some action somewhere else, and you know where I'm headed. Right, wow, Rise had a great start up to 9th already, and I shouldn't have clicked away, because I think there's something else going on up there. There is indeed. I can see him up in the distance. There was too wide there. So we've got Drifting in P12. We've got Rye, that makes it P13. Drives P10 at the moment, and Jello in the middle in P11. And we've still got Supra behind. So where's Mr. Fergs? He must have had a brilliant start. Oh, I'm just losing track of everyone. I tell you what, I bet he's pitted. And I've changed at the wrong point. Yep, there we go. Fergs is in the pit doing the classic lap 1 pit. If you're a very quick guy and you think you can get past people on pace rather than battling, it makes it easier. And Supra up ahead going past Rye now, side by side around the right hander. Just watch from back here. Saves going through the black screen. That's a nice move pulled off by Supra. And Rye shuffled down to 14th then. So let's jump on board with Supra for a little bit. Jumping all over the place. Oh, look at that, it's another position already on Jello, and it looks like Rye is going to follow through. Not in that sense, but he does pick up 13th place. Very nicely done, Supra. Ever so slightly off track there, but insignificantly amounts. And we've got the 2 DDM boys up ahead, so this could be interesting to watch for me at least. And we've got 2 two. Oh, we've got two PSUK guys, two DDM guys, and then Jim Supra. So let's stay on board with these guys for a little while and see what's going on. Has Knockhill got the lead yet? Oh, Andy files off into the pits, going for that clean air. Wonder where he'll come out compared to Mr. Fergs. Presumably tyre wear and things like that aren't an issue because it's the same length as the first race, and they didn't need a pit stop in that one, so it's all about the strategy to find the clean air. Knockhill just getting into second by the looks of things, so I'm going to jump all the way up to there. The delta on Grumps was very, very small as they went across the line. And yeah, Knockhill not getting to the lead quite as quickly as he managed in the first race, but he's still fourth to, not fourth, up 4 places from 6th to 2nd. I think the maths works out on that one. I did learn to count at some point. I'm going to see if he can pick up the lead by the end of lap 3. It's a lovely line through that left-hander. Closing in on Smokey all the way up the hill. Is he going to go for it there again? No. Backs out of it this time. He's already had one very good move around that kink of a left-hander. Doesn't need to risk it from a bit further back, especially considering Smokey has run wide himself. They're going to be side by side up the hill, and it's done before the braking zone almost there. So we've now got Knockhill into the lead of the race, and I wouldn't bet against him staying there till the end. So let's go back to... Let's go... Oh, that's changed around a little bit. Let's go back here where we were watching. So we've got DDM Drive directly ahead of us. We're riding on board with race 1 winner, Jim Supra. Oh, a couple of late decisions there. We've got Drifting and JP going into the pits. Supra was about to, but decided against it once he saw those two go in by the looks of things. And we're still just going to stay on board with Supra, who's staying out. And see if he can get past DDM Drive in the next sort of, well, lap or so. Likely to be slow. Oh, that was a bit deep from Drive. Can Supra capitalise? Side by side on the exit. He's going to be on the outside as we go around the right-hander, though. Is he going to stick it around the outside? No, he's going to tuck in and go for a bit. No, he's not even going to do quite that. He's just going to tuck in behind and wait for another opportunity into the back of Drive. Oh, that was a big twitch. And that is the dangers of running sim steering, everybody. So we've got Mr. Fergs with a brilliant undercut on lap 1. He's jumped quite a few people. I'm going to interrupt this sort of battle slightly and just have a look. Mr. Fergs up to 14th, ahead of DDM Drive, Drifting already, who was 2 places ahead of Mr. Drive. So Fergs with a big lead on race 1 winner Supra. Obviously Supra was first and Fergs was second in the first race. So you'd perhaps imagine that Supra was the one with more pace, but in terms of getting through the field, it looks like Fergs has done a much better job in the opening couple of laps. I don't think there's any particular battles looking back at the people that have already pit, so let's jump forward a little bit again. I don't really know where I'm going at this point, so let's just do a bit of a run through in this early stage. You've got Knockhill, and then we've got a couple more people. There we go, we've got Grumps and Smokey fighting for second and third. Where did Grumps go? Oh, poor Grumps, I think he's just lagged out. So we've got Smokey second, Chungus third, Forza fourth. Oh, that's a move up back there. That's Leachy and DDM Drive side by side. Drive on the outside for the right-hander. Yeah, I'm looking backwards. Having to run wide slightly onto the grass. He's going to stick it around the outside again through the second of the right-handers. And I'm going to have to jump back there in a minute, I think, because I can't really see what's going on. So we're going to jump back one place. Drive seems to have his nose slightly ahead. He's got the inside for the left-hander, and he's past Leachy for P6 at the moment. But yet, none of these guys have pit. So it'll be interesting to see where they come out a little bit later on. Oh, that was Rally Cap just running a little bit wide there. It's just about getting away with it. Rye, Leachy, and... Oh, Leachy with a big dive. And Drive seeing that one coming, letting it happen, and just doing the good old cutback on him to make sure he stays in P6. That's not the optimum line around the left-hander, though. And Leachy capitalises. Oh, that was some fast racing. I'm a shoot, yeah. Don't want to get in a battle when you've still got a pit stop to do. So it'll be all about who's got the next pace, the most pace, pure pace, for the next couple of laps between these guys. So, When do we start seeing the people that have already pit? That looks like an interesting battle. Let's go and see these guys. That's not who I was looking for. There we go. That's who I was looking for. So we have Ziplant in P7 at the moment with Jello in P8. Not Kill, the leader with the fastest lap of the race so far. Ziplant locking his brakes into turn 1. Jello, or Gello, I can't remember what I decided on. I'm sorry. Capitalising once again. I've seen that a couple of times in this race already. Just little mistakes from people here or there. And the driver behind just able to pounce and take the position away from them. And that's exactly what we've just seen here with Jello. Let's see how people have filtered back into the pit. So I believe of the people that have pitted, actually Big Chungus is the lead car of the drivers that have already made their pit stop. We saw him take it on the previous lap, and he's come out, as we can see, just ahead of Mr. Fergs, as we get another lovely black screen. I want to see what's going on. Right, what was that one? SLS not kill. Oh no. Oh, what an absolute disaster for him. He has not had any luck today. He didn't manage to get a clean lap in quali. He was driving brilliantly in the first half of the first race, only to get caught up in somebody else's accident and have to pit. He starts 6th for the reverse grid race. He's first in the couple of laps. He's building a lead. He's got clean air, and he DNFs. And once again, it's the trend of the race, I'm telling you. Chungus, a bit of a mistake, and Ferg slides through. And he's now got DDM drifting on his tail. And Supra just behind them, race 1 winner. So this could get spicy. And we've got a change of positions behind us as well somewhere. Is it Andy getting past Phil? PSUK Andy K getting past DDM Drive, by the looks of things. Speaking of DDM, we've got drifting going for a move on Chungus. Is he going to make this one stick? He's going to be on the outside for the following 2 right-handers. And yes, we've got PSUK 13 and DDM Drive 14. So those two, I'm sure I saw swap positions about half a lap ago. Or not even that, when we started looking at this battle. And don't tell me he's going to go for the double up the inside there. No, but he does go late on the brakes and runs slightly into the back of DDM drifting. It's neutralised as they run up the hill into the fast left-hander. As mentioned, not the worst thing in the world, because you don't want to be going too wide through there. Supra using a lot more on the exit. We've seen that consistently. Not worried about sticking a couple of wheels on the gravel. Ooh, was he on the handbrake there, or did he just lock up? Because he was very hot going into the corkscrew. But he, well, unsurprisingly, managed to hold it together and get through relatively cleanly. Chungus starting to pull a couple of car lengths at the moment, at this particular point on the track, as Supra gets a pretty good run around the penultimate corner, goes for the dive up the inside, lovely apex, getting all of the blue curb, and just staying off that horrible sausage red one on the inside. But with the outside line, it's a good run from Drifton, and he manages to hold on to what is now P8, as somebody else, Litchi, has taken his pit stop now. Once again, Supra may be looking at the inside, but Drifton late on the brakes himself and covers it off. It's a very interesting tactical battle right now, because based on the race pace of the first race, Drifton would probably fancy himself moving forward, having an attack on Big Chungus. But also, with race 1 winner behind him, he's in that precarious position of having to attack and defend at the same time. Supra not going for the dive this time, and Drifting really nailing that apex far better than Chungus, and he's right on his bumper now, so very much a case of defending turning into attacking very quickly, as they as Chungus and Drifting absolutely mirror each other there with exactly the same little wobble as they use too much of the runoff on the exit. And Supra, nice and composed, does manage to get past DDM Drifting on the run up the hill, round the outside into the corkscrew. So that's one position. Is he going to get another? I'd imagine it's more of a question of when, not if. Lovely run around the penultimate corner. Is he going to go for a dive into the final corner? No, he tried it on Drifting and it didn't work, so he hasn't gone for it now. But a lovely exit, and they're side by side down the pit straight. And Supra's going to have the inside for the kink and turn 1. And someone was coming out of the pits ahead of them now. RBHM Smokey going to be on cold tyres. This could make it interesting. Looks like he was struggling a little bit around turn 1 there. Supra making the move on Chungus, assuming he was about to get some free air just as someone arrives right out the pits, and he's got yet another move to make immediately. So he'll stay on board for just a little bit longer. It's almost pushing him down this track at this rate. Looking to the inside of this corner, as we've seen him try before. Nailing that apex on the inside, not using as much curb on the inside as we've seen some drivers do when they've been on the inside there. And Smokey trying to utilise the banking of that previous corner to get a good run up the hill, but just not managing to make it work for him. And they're starting to get too wide behind now, so we'll drop back a couple of positions. And we've got Chungus, who's got... Oh, is he on the defence? Yeah, drifting, sending one into the corkscrew and not getting it stopped. Lucky not to hit Smokey there as well. Not the best overtake attempt from DDM Drifting. We've seen the second time we've seen that. We saw someone try that on DDM Drive and not manage to pull it up. So now they're slightly spread out and we can go and look for another battle somewhere else. So currently in the lead we have PSUK Forza, who I don't believe has pit yet. In second place, again not pitted yet, is Rallycap. Mr. Fergs, I believe, is now the lead of the cars that have taken a pit stop. PSUK Third Eye in fourth, don't know if he's pit yet. Supra we know is currently in fifth, which I believe is a net second, with Smokey in a net third. Great job from Smokey. And we've seen a lot of Smokey Chungus and Drifting in 6th, 7th and 8th. So we'll check in with 9th. We've got CCX Rye, who has PSUK JP just behind him. Rye doing another decent job getting through the field in this race, who featured obviously heavily in the first race in a battle for the podium with the two DDM drivers. We've seen PSUK JP just behind, so we've got DDM Drive currently sat in 11th position. Not necessarily had the best race. We obviously haven't seen it play out for him particularly, but compared to the guys he was fighting, the aforementioned CCX Rye as well as his teammate DDM Drifton, not as high up the field in this one. They're on pace in the first race, but maybe just getting caught out in traffic and not quite having as many positions. Oh, and that was a big accident we just managed to see there. Didn't see if there was any contact with Leachy, but Andy, let's bring that telemetry up and have a look. Where no damage. He got away with that one because that was a big accident. So we'll get rid of that then. So Andy in 13th, and then running off the field we have Ziplan and ETR Jello. Are they particularly close to each other? Yes, they still are, and I'm sure they were the other way around last time I saw them. So, can Jello get 14th place back? As Jim Supra sets the fastest lap of the race, I'm sure that's just updated, with a 28.7. 3/10 faster than his pole lap. Very impressive indeed. Excuse me while I hiccup. Oh, we've got a change for 6th and 7th. So let's jump back over there as Chungus gets past... Oh wow, okay. Drifting's in the mix as well. He gets past Chungus. And we're on board with Smokey, who was in a net 3rd place, I believe. So does that mean Drifting is now into a net 3rd place? I'm not sure. It all depends on if the people ahead of him has pitted. And I'm... Oh, that's a slide and a half. Come on, Chungus. This isn't a drift league. I don't think PSUK offers a drift league. But yeah, if they did, it wouldn't be in front-wheel drive touring cars, and Chungus, not for the first time in this race, having quite the twitch up the hill out of the very fast left-hand kink. And Smokey, late on the brakes. Very fortunate that that was only a small bit of contact. So, eyes on the ticker. P9 is that JP, less than a second behind Rye in front of him. And we can see all the way up to DDM Drifting, who I believe is in that net 3rd place. Let's see if anyone is in the pits as we go past on this occasion. Can we look up the pit lane and see anyone in there? Oh, I don't think so. I'll tell you what, let's just jump back to the front so we see CCX Rallycap. He wasn't leading before. Who was? I can't remember. So we've got CCX Rallycap, who I believe will be the last driver to pit of the front runners. So Mr. Fergs has already pit. Jim Supra has already pit. How close to those together are these? So there's 3 laps left. Supra won the first race, but he's going to have to go some to catch Fergs by the end of this particular race. PSUK Forza, was it him that I'm not sure if PSUK Forza has pit? If he has, He's doing an absolutely fantastic job, sitting in what I believe to be a net third place. But I have a feeling that he hasn't picked yet. So we'll have to see where he comes out after he takes it. Although, I don't know. He would have started high up the grid, so he would have had a... I just don't know. It'll be interesting to see if he pits for the end of the race, because I just have no idea where to put my expectations for the lad. He's driving well at the moment. He's, ever since we've been on board, just nice and smooth, no mistakes, carrying some decent enough speed. Yeah, I've not got much more to say. Is he going to dive into the pits? No. So, is Rally Cap in the pits this lap? Also, no, by the looks of things. Is anyone coming into the pits this lap? Probably not. But we have got Drifting right behind us, looking to put the pressure on. So maybe we'll ride on board with him for a little bit. Just admire this beautiful paint that definitely wasn't painted by me. If you can't tell, I'm not much of a painter. Did I hear someone? I thought I could hear a car in the distance. Maybe someone coming out the pits. But no, I'm imagining things. Yeah, so this race is going to be all about who's pit at this point, because most people are relatively spread out. It's not got massive gaps everywhere, but if you just look through the ticker, it's got sort of like a second from ahead of for 14th, 13th, 14th, 14th, 15th. Say Supra just under 2 seconds. Say Ferg's 12 seconds behind Rally Cap. I'm sure Rally Cap can't his pits. Tell you what, Rye is very close up behind Smokey. So let's jump back to those two. We might be able to see that battle in front of us as well. Tell you what, we can't actually see far enough up the road for the aforementioned battle we was just watching. But Ryan Smokey. Smokey was... Say, when Smokey came out of the pits, I believe he was in a net third place. Oh, a couple of people going deep there. Chungus deep on the brakes up ahead of us. And Rye, very fortunate to get away with a very late braking manoeuvre himself as well. Isn't it typical? I'm sure when the ticker went across, I saw that there was like 0.2 of a second between them, and I thought, oh, that's going to be a great battle. Let's jump to that. And it's just ever so slightly spread out since we've jumped on board. So I'm just going to have a quick look through the grid. So Drifton has now passed Forza for what I believe to be net third place. I keep thinking I hear a car coming out of the pits as Rice sends one up the inside. Can he get it turned to keep the position? Smokey's going to get the cutback, which is a textbook by Smokey, but even if he'd held it there, he would have been on the outside going into this right-hander. So a lovely move by Rye there for 7th place, which will either be 5th or 6th, depending, or could be 5th or 6th, depending on other people pitting. So, oh, Smokey's still very close behind, as you'd expect, having only just been overtaken. I'm trying to put the pressure back on. And this is, I tell you what, this could turn into a 4-car battle on the last lap. Potentially more, depending on if people pit and come out in the right place. Who knows? Still 10 seconds between Rally Cap and Fergs in the top 2. So I can only assume that Rally Cap is yet to pit. And we see a swap for P9. Oh yeah, it was a 4-car fight. And one of the cars has just absolutely disappeared. So something's happened there and I missed it. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, and we've got some gravel being kicked up in the distance. Right, there's got to be some cars in the pits this lap. I'm convinced there's at least one car that hasn't pitted yet. So we're going to have to find out who that is on this lap, and we'll see where they come out. Cycling through. Forza. Was it Forza? Is he in the pits? No, he's not. So he's driven a brilliant race to be in a net P4. And there is CCX Rally Cap, who was in the next net lead, is the last one to pit. Oh, that's tight with Big Chungus. Is he going to? He's going to be overtaken by his teammate, and he's got driving Smokey. Oh, we get to see the end of that battle. How well timed was that? It's almost like I planned it. So Drive making moves up to P8 as Rally Cap comes out in P7, and Rye breaking away from this group a little bit. He's going to be on cold tyres, is Rally Cap, and Phil. Sorry, Drive. I'm used to calling you Phil. DDM Drive is on. He's in the groove. He's made up 2 places on the last lap, and Rally Cap's just come out ahead of him on cold tyres. So I was just about to speculate that Drive was going to be putting the pressure on, and I didn't even get to that because he's already passed for P7. Good job, good move there. Right, so nearing the end of the race then. Let's go and do a bit of a countdown. So we've got Fergs and Supra in 1 and 2, and it looks like they're going to finish like this. Supra's definitely closed in at least a little bit since I last saw them. When last time I checked the distance, it was 1.2 seconds. It's definitely less than that at the moment. No, sorry, it was 1.9 seconds last time I saw the gap, if I'm right. So that is a win for Mr. Fergs. First and second for him across the 2 races. First and second for Supra across the 2 races as well. In third place, we have DDM Drifting celebrating a second podium, a second third place in the 2 races. And then we've got the ridiculous battle pack. We've got Chungus P... Oh, I missed who was P4. PSUK with a Forza with a brilliant race for P4. Chungus did very well for P5. Rye for P6 was a good drive. Drive with a good drive as well, especially in the second half of the race. Doesn't necessarily get to the best of starts. And then, oh my days, I've missed another battle pack there, because Rallycap looks like he's only just held on to 8th after coming out of the pits on the last lap. And then you've got Smokey, JP and Leachy all in quick succession by the looks of things. Whew. So, despite being very hard to keep track of, that was yet another pretty damn good race. We've been thoroughly treated to 2 very entertaining races. And if you've made it through both of those while putting up with me on commentary, God, it must have been good. So there we have the full results for the second race there. Just 0.7 of a second splitting the top 2 at the end. So a win apiece for Supra and Fergs across the 2 races. And a second place for each of them as well. DDM Drifting with a pair of thirds. And a very decent display from him, getting down to a 29.5. I'll tell you what, everyone looks... There's a lot of sort of people getting a lot quicker during the race than they were in qualifying. Good job to save. I think the standout race for me there was PSUK Forza in 4th place. Absolutely went under my radar especially, but a 4th place for him when I thought he had to do a pit stop. I apologise for my expectations being lower. That was a fantastic drive. And then what a battle pack we had in the middle of the park. Chungus coming out on top in P5 in this one, with Ryan Drive behind him, then Rallycap and Smokey separated by 0.2 of a second. JP only 0.3 further back. Only another half a second to Leachy. And then we start to see the people that had less good fortunes. Andy, I don't know how you got away with that crash, mate, but thanks for putting in a good race nonetheless. So, oh, who else have we got? Oh, Knock Hill. I'd forgotten about Knock Hill. Ziplant, Third Eye and Jello rounding out the finishes, but Knock Hill, what a day for him. Didn't manage to get a clean lap in quali. A fantastic drive up the grid in the first race, only to get caught up in an incident. Leading after a fantastic start in the second race. And then he DNFs. That man has got to be absolutely gutted. But on that very cheery note, I'm going to sign off here. Because, yeah, as I've mentioned, this is the first time I've gone and commentated on a stream like this. I hope you've enjoyed at least bits of it. I've quite enjoyed having a go. I had no idea if I'm going to be back next week for the next round, but if I am, I'll see you then. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and goodbye.